It's Week 13 of the National Football League, and we've got C.J. Stroud. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Monarchs and the Shamrocks, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the great cities of the world, London, England. Coming up, another installment of the NFL International Series, and it should be a great one between the Dublin Shamrocks and the London Monarchs. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at the Londoners as they get ready here. They come into this one off a bit of a clunker last time out, a loss that ended their 5-game winning streak. Meanwhile, for the visiting Dubliners, they come in off the extended break from the bye.
I think it was much needed as well. You play 2.5 months, you're ready for some time off to get set for the home stretch.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He's able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Going play action, Ritter. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Look at this defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
This is such a good unit of covering passes downfield. I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. Fights him off. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And he did everything possible to rally his team to a win last week, didn't he? What did he throw for?
Over 450 yards.
I mean, that's a pretty phenomenal performance. So, obviously, he and the offense were clicking pretty well. The other 2/3, though, that comes into question. Defense and special teams, they need all of them to play better in this one, too.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
This is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a first down on this opening drive.
Stroud now on 1st and 10. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
A solid stiff arm. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
From the 20, here's the second down and 9. And Stroud now to throw. dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Stroud on third down now. He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on third down.
A 37-yard attempt.
The kick by McManus is good, and that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for him.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out. Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Now a handoff up the middle. Frazier, and just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
What an advantage having a elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
He finds his man complete. It's Frazier. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long, because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
Oh, he shifts past him. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Well, they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week, and here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Stroud. And that's out to the flat for Swift. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. A shotgun snap to Stroud. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. They'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Dublin's offense now set to take over. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Pressure comes and down he goes. Montez Sweat, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Ritter to throw it. Open man is Duvernay. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Working from the gun, Ritter. And that is incomplete. And the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. London about set to take over on offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Stroud working out of the gun. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. On 2nd down, it's Stroud. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. His 4th catch already in this 1st quarter. It's a 1st down.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Throwing now is Stroud. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Three 0 after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now, and it's London with the football. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. Give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Stroud sets up the play action. A short throw caught by Andrews. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Swift going to try up the middle. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
And they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Now 2nd and 5.
At the 5-yard line.
Stroud to throw it. Touchdown! Chris Godwin, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Dublin's offense now set to take over. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Ritter. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I'll tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
He gets away from one. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. The offense on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Ritter will set up to throw it. He finds his man, complete. That's Frazier. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A good gain of 12 yards that time.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to pull them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
Now Ritter to throw on 1st down. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Malik Collins gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Ritter. And he can't escape, and down he goes. That's George Karlaftis, who fought his way through the line to bury him. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Look and repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice.
Well, they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. Stroud. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
Dublin's offense now set to take over. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get him into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down. Here's Tressway now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. Fair catch signal for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
London about set to take over on offense. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive to about the 33-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The second down throw now from Stroud.
A short throw caught by Andrews. 7 catches for him now. This last one, the first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
1st and 10, it's Stroud. And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield.
Now he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. He got 29 yards that time. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth. He's miles away and smiling.
48 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Stroud.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
Chris Godwin.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked to his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And he returns this to the 22. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Ritter with another throw on 2nd down.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line.
Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive.
We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe.
Stroud now on second down. He'll find Swift out of the backfield.
2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room, too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender and work to the defense's advantage on that play.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers.
And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Ritter looking to throw on 1st and 10. That's taken in by Duvernay.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
First down, here's Ritter.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not?
Oh, and that is incomplete.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's Week 13, so let's get an update on what's going on. We just watched a very good first half out of the Ohio State man, C.J. Stroud. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission.
Taken at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Stroud out of the gun here.
Short throw to Smith. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on here to punt it away.
Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Ritter. Throw out wide is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
And 8 yards to go.
Ritter throwing on 3rd down. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. DeForest Buckner in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 33. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Now 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 40.
Once again, it's Swift. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They run out of the gun with Swift. And they're down to the 41.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. Now a throw here to his running back. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
And Stroud now to throw. He finds Bateman over the middle. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 26-yard line.
Stroud looking to throw. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that 1st. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. Throwing now is Stroud. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now Stroud. And it's caught. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Swift. And Swift is not going to get there as they stop him short of the yellow line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
There have not been a lot of great moments for this defense throughout this game. Finally, they have one they can hang their hat on. A nice stop there.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Xander Horvath, his first touchdown on the year. And the Monarchs' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Dublin's offense now set to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Up the middle they go. It's Frazier trying to run inside, but nothing there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Ritter from the gun. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he's on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. A 40-yard punt, no return. London about set to take over on offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And that's out to the flat for Swift. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Here now a 3rd down and 8. Stroud to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's going the other way. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
On 1st down, Ritter. Open man is Duvernay. So the completion good for just 3. And that will bring up 2nd down.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 26-yard line.
On play action, here's Ritter. He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in London. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Joe Williams. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now a 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 20-yard
Stroud off the play fake. This one brought in by Jefferson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th.
They certainly are. And let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Dublin's offense now set to take over. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Ritter will set up to throw it.
He's got Watkins on the out route. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. This offense so far on 3rd down, not getting the job done at all. A very poor 1 for 10. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Ritter on 1st and 10.
And this one is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
2nd down throw coming for Ritter.
Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
Working from the gun, Ritter.
This will be caught once again by Brown. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
To the air again, it's Ritter.
He finds his man, complete. That's Frazier. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll be 2nd down.
up 2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Ritter to throw it. Throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
He finds his man, complete. It's Frazier. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Joey Porter Jr.
And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. The struggles continue here offensively. Still nothing for him on the scoreboard, and now an interception.
Yeah, the offense looks extremely sluggish, not really in sync at all. Dare I say, it looks like it got left behind in customs.
Oh, you've had that in your back pocket. You were waiting for that.
Probably should have left it in my back pocket, too.
Well played. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Swift.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now here's Stroud on 3rd down. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Now hang on here because DeAndre Swift injured on that last play and in need of a little assistance. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
On 2nd down, this is Madison. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
Stroud on 3rd down now. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for London, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they will hit the road next week.
Meanwhile, for Dublin, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.